Today we're going to be comparing two e-portfolios that I believe were done very well. And the first one is by Mike Alteri, and he is a web development person. And also there is one here by Anne Marcera, and this seems to be done specifically for her college. And so the first thing that I think that was done well were the clear examples of their work. So if you go into Mike's portfolio, there are two clear examples of work he's done as a web developer, and you can click on them and go and explore them and make judgment for yourself on whether or not you believe that he has done a good job or if you're interested in hiring him. And also within her portfolio, you can go to coursework, and under every single one of these tabs, you can see the work that she's done for each class and explore her assignments and her projects. I also think that another thing they both did well was making it simple to contact them. So if you go to contact information, you can easily email her and come into contact with her. And Mike has a similar layout on his portfolio, just a submit page so that there is no question about whether the email went through or not. It's simple to reach out to them, which would make an employer more inclined to do so. I thought that Mike did a great job at personal branding by creating this cartoon for himself. In that way, it makes him stand out, makes him look different, and I really liked that. I think that would be unique. And also, they both have clean layouts. There's not a lot of clutter, there's not too much extra stuff. Mike's, especially, is very clean, not much to distract you from his work. And also, hers is very streamlined and just a plain blue background, which I thought was good. Also, they're both easily shareable, as you can see right on the top right hand corner of Anne's ePortfolio. There's all these share buttons, whereas they can share it on other platforms simply. And Mike's, you have the ability to find him on other platforms as well. What I think could have used work were the fonts on Anne's page. Because they are all different, I think it draws away from the content. The heading is different than her name, and also the capitalization in home. There are just some parts of her font choices that I would have done differently. Um, I also think the formatting could be improved on hers. As you can see, it doesn't really fill the page, and this is the same on all of the pages, whereas on Mike's page, he did a good job of formatting and making everything uniform. I think if you are going to have a professional portfolio, it should be uniform on all pages. I think the photo representation that Anne chose on her portfolio was not as impressive as Mike's. If somebody were to see her in a professional setting, I highly doubt she would have sunglasses on. So if the point of your ePortfolio is to be professional and land a job, I believe it should be something more of like a headshot, or if you want to be unique, the cartoon of what Mike did is very applicable to his profession because he is a web designer and developer. I think something to note that Mike could have improved on um, is that he chose to include personal things within his portfolio, which is fine. But to me, if you are choosing to make a professional portfolio, I would leave that confined to your professional life and then make choices separately on your personal pages about your family life and such. And I also believe that within Mike's portfolio section, that if he was really trying to make a lasting impact about the web development that he has done, that adding more examples, any examples of his work possible, would be a good choice. If there are options to add more than two, then I would suggest that he does that. Both portfolios are very impressive, and I really enjoyed looking at them and seeing what a e-portfolio could look like.